time for your motherfucking neighborhood Jesus, your motherfucking K20A.
What is good, guys? So we're out here in the garage as usual. We got our parts finally. Had to wait a whole fucking month for these parts. Now, any of you guys that were following the live streams or any of the previous videos where I was talking about kind of like the weird shifter slop that was happening, I was thinking, maybe it's something up with the K-tune shifter, maybe it was something up with the shifter cables I installed, or maybe I did something wrong. And I got in touch with K-tune, and I was telling them my symptoms, and they're like, "Oh, it's just the brass sandwich plates on the shifter ball that are just wearing in." And I was like, "Nah," I was like, it really shouldn't be that much. It's like almost back to like stock shifter up and down movement slop. And they're like, "Huh, well, that's not right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So I don't like to talk shit on people, like companies that are good but they have faults, because we all have faults. But K-tune's customer service is kind of a joke. Like, it's kind of like this know-it-all mentality. Like, they've already got your money, so they're like, "Well, sorry, there's nothing we could do," or, "Oh, well, it's not our fault, it's your fault." It's kind of one of those things. So when I talk to them, it's not confidence inspiring. Like, I got like a support system or like somebody that's like actually cares, because they definitely didn't give me that vibe where I'm like, "Oh, I feel like I'm in good hands." Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of their parts are great parts. The K-tune shifter is great. I am a little disappointed. I bought this shifter and now there's already a version 2 out, and I don't know if it has anything like that's performance based that's any different whatsoever. It looks like it's all mostly cosmetic. So if any of you guys are wondering, like, should I buy a used Gen 1 or should I buy the new Gen 2 for like $500? Honestly, what I would get into is buy a Chinese fake K-tune shifter. I guarantee you it's no different than the original one, because you got to think, who the hell mass produced all these K-tune shifters? Most likely it's China, and they got the CAD file still saved, and I'm surprised K-tune's not suing them. But regardless, I paid like $450 for mine like almost a year ago or something like that. Honda Vlogs, his garage he works for, they do like they hooked me up with like a bulk purchase price, a package deal, and I paid about $430 or $450 for it, I think. So the new one's $500. Well, how much can you get a Chinese fake replica one for? And it really is a true 100% replica. There's like nothing different about it. You can pick one up for like $150, maybe even less. I've seen some that are, like, some people claim they've gotten one for $80. I've seen ones for like $110, and the one I see on eBay that's around the most is about $140, $150ish, somewhere in that area with shipping. So what's it really gonna hurt? I mean, you could buy 4 of these things for the price of the new one. You know what I mean? So if they wear out or they have issues like that, go that route. Just R&D it up. But where I'm going with this is, what is causing the shifter slop? So, if you pop your hood and hold your shifter cables, like, at the fucking gearbox, right? You hold them so they can't move, they have no play, it still has that slop. So it's either got to be the shifter itself, or it's got to be the shift arm in the shift selector. I talked to my tech, and I wanted to get his opinion because he deals with K-series like way more than I do. I mean, he's been dealing with it since they came out. You know what I mean? So he said, "Oh, I think it's the shift arm." So what we got in this box here, we got a couple things. I got the new bumper brackets. No, it's not related, but I got new bumper brackets for the rear bumper, because a couple of the tab ears had snapped off. We're going to rebuild the shift selector. So this right here is the reason this order took a month. This is an OEM K-Series shift lever. I mean, this thing is brand spanking new, and totally nice to start fresh. It's a good idea to start fresh. You never know what kind of nicks or, you know, if it's bent, or you never know. So there's that. And we got, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this is the piece my tech thinks is causing the play. Now this is your K-Series shift arm. This goes on the shift lever, and these little grooves right here, that's what is notching into your gears. But they get worn down. They're known to worn down. I've seen it. Speed Factory makes an upgraded one, but that fucker is expensive. It's like $250 for this piece. So I thought I'd try an OEM one first before I start, you know, spending $250 on something upgraded. Now this is your I think this is like called the air main brake stay. It's to get into reverse. It's the little flapper that gets you into reverse. I figured I'd replace one of those. Then here's the spring for the reverse, the main brake. There's that. And this is your select plate stopper. Now, this is the cup on the bottom end that pushes, you know, puts tension on the two springs, your big spring and your little spring, your shifter springs. I think everything else in here is yeah, just a couple VTEC solenoid gaskets, spool valve filter. Can't even speak. Spool valve filter. That's what they call this. They don't call it a VTEC solenoid gasket. This is the oil pressure switch O-ring, because I'm gonna be doing that soon, because my VTEC solenoid is actually leaking a little bit, so I do need to it's not leaking like horribly or anything. It's like, you know, it's just like a slow drizzle, you know. I don't have a puddle of oil underneath the car or anything. I think it's just like hitting the subframe and drying up. But that's my little intro. That's what we're doing out here. I'm about to get to that, so I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Airbox out, catch can out. Yeah, if you're running, I mean, most people aren't going to be running the catch can. I'm running right here. They usually run a lot smaller ones than this big monstrosity. But for any of you guys that are wondering, you know, you're like, hey, catch can doesn't do anything. Really? Well, look at all the oil that went back into your fucking intake. You know what I'm saying? There's oil in these lines. after a lot of fighting, just Deontay Wildering out this bitch, man, prying it up, if it's got a lot of Honda Bond on it, it's kind of a struggle, but what you need to get is one of these. You need to get a pry bar. See, I was struggling. I didn't know anywhere to pry from, but see, there's one crevice behind the reverse selector where you can get it up and just pry that bitch up. Don't be afraid. Obviously, we got her out. She looks pretty good. Something I noticed that's really cool. Like really cool. So. All the synchros and gear stacks seem to be in pretty damn good shape. I see, you know, little mark here and there, but nothing like rounded off or nothing crazy. But yeah, there she is, and everything's, you know, looking pretty good. Nothing too bad. So yeah, next stop, take this inside and we're gonna rebuild it. We got all our pieces to rebuild it. We got our M-Tech springs, we got this, we got that. The bolt that holds everything together, make sure you got some red Loctite. You do not want that bolt coming back out, because it will drop in your transmission and you are fucked. Expect major damage. Even if you turn the car off, I'm pretty sure you destroy a lot of stuff. Gear stacks would get messed up, synchros would be toast. Probably your diff too, probably fuck up your diff too. So make sure red Loctite, make sure to let it dry. Only other little prep you gotta do, scrape all, make sure to keep that hole covered up. You don't, it's kind of like having your valve cover off. You want to cover it up. But yeah, fucking just make sure the perimeter is scrape free of Honda Bond, etc., etc. And then you'll be good to go. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna make this part 1. This is like uninstall. Next step will be showing you how to rebuild it. You know, take it apart. Not just install shifter springs, but I'm saying a factory, well, not factory, but an upgraded refurbish, basically. So, yup. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Be y'all. There you go. Rebuilt the shift selector, so here's our rebuilt shift selector. It's all ready to roll. We got the new shift lever. We got the new main brake for reverse. We got the new shift arm. We got the new select plate stopper cup, and we got the M-Tech race springs. So yeah, she's all ready to roll. Looks good. Yeah, that's about it, honestly. Everything else is just used from the previous, like the reverse lockout and the actual like housing right here. Don't really need to replace that. You know, maybe your reverse lockout if something's wrong with it, but they almost never fail. That's about it, honestly. I took and wire wheeled and cleaned up the new lever, make it look a little bit nicer. I didn't go as far as like, you know, mirror finish polishing it, but you know, just clean it up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. Not even really gonna see it, honestly, but yeah, she's good to go. Test it out, make sure everything's good. So as you see, it has everything to do with the fucking K-tune shifter. K-tune, I'd like to smack the shit out of you, because the gear engagement going, I can feel the spring left to right. That bitch feels nice. Snaps into gear nice. Tell you one thing, getting into six or reverse, man. Yeah, those springs are fucking heavy. Feels nice though. Good to go. We know all that's good to go. Everything's going into place the way it should. So we did our part on that. Very happy with that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much summing it up for tonight. We've got the shift selector all back in. It's looking real good. Everything works the way it should. And I'm pretty happy with it, you know. Looks good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Be y'all.